Hello, Tyler Rowland. We're coming to you here from West Virginia State as I am with somebody that will be recognized by this program for a long time to come, Anthony Pittman, who just picked up his 1,500th point in his prior game against Fairmont State on the road. And, Anthony, it's good to see you here. And first off, let's talk about your really just your whole career. You grew up in Charleston. I mean, you played for Capital. You come here to West Virginia State, and you've had the opportunity to play for a 400-win coach, some nationally ranked teams. Talk about just your career and just reflecting on it as a senior.
It's been one of those ones that you kind of just you gotta just make the best out of and see how it turns out. And luckily for me, it's just been everything I done thought it would be and some on top of that. So as far as that, I just come in day out, just happy, just been in my home state, and then been enjoying just to play basketball. And then with a coach taking him to 400 wins when he got it, we was in the Virgin Islands. So just the legacy before that, and then adding on to it. So it's been home. It's been a joy the whole run. So it's just I don't know. Words really don't describe it unless you in the moment and living through it. So it's just one of those. And it's always when I first got here, the assistant was Joshua Cookie Miller, which was a former player here, and he always told me, make it better than what you had it when you first came. So as far as that, that's been my motto, and that's just what I'm trying to stick to and finish out as a senior year.
And you come in this year with a little bit different type ball game. You've lost 6 of your top 7 from last year, and but you guys have come in. I mean, you pick up a big win against nationally ranked Fairmont State on the road. You come in against Frostburg State, who's much better than that 1-7 record shows. They have one of the best turnover rates in the country, and win tonight. And talk a little bit about your team this year and the dynamic and just some of the challenges that you faced.
I mean, yeah, coming in, we lost a good handful of people that was just already new, that wasn't new to the system and just knew the system a little bit already. So just adding the new pieces, it was a little up and down. I mean, every season you're going to have a little roller coaster roll. This one is a little different for us. So we just kind of like put people in and see how we mold it together and see what happens. So luckily, I mean, yeah, it hurts losing them, but it's like you gotta adjust and keep things rolling and just win as much as you can. So really just the new pieces, I mean, honestly, if anything, they added better because it's more a fluctuated team instead of more a one-on-one team. So it's just more team ball. And then as far as that Fairmont game, we just came in as like we're gonna win this game. It wasn't really. I mean, I had a big game. Credit to my teammates and all that. So credit to them. So honestly, it was just a come in, win mentality, road mentality. We know Fairmont. Shout out to them. That's a good team, good organization, coach, and all that. So we just knew it was going to be a dogfight coming in. I mean, yeah, their record doesn't really reflect who they are. I mean, the first half, I think the highest we really got away from them was in maybe 6-8, and then we took it in the halftime up 10 when I got a half-court bucket, which, I mean, they kind of just lack of defense. So we was only up 10 then, and then over the stretch we just kind of gained away from them. But they're going to be a solid team in the coming. Just right now I can tell that they're just trying to figure out pieces and figure out their who's who and what they all can do together. And then once they finally mold, they'll be a solid team. I mean, it's the MEC. It's one of the top conferences in the country. It's bound to having the teams bound like that. They're going to figure some things out and get some wins soon.
That was going to be my next question because Frostburg put a real scare in Charleston just before they played you guys, and right. And that's one of the things you look like in football. Fairmont State going down and winning at Charleston. This conference just seems like there's never a night off.
It's never a night off. And, Coach Poore, he always says that any given night you can lose. So you got to have that mentality whether you're at home on the road, even if you got a neutral site. Any given night in MEC, you can take a loss, whether from the top team, from the bottom team. So you got to come in road mentality, home mentality. You got to come with it every night. If not, you get upset or you become in a dogfight. You got to try to drag it out and get a win.
And talk about your favorite part of playing at West Virginia State.
Probably the favorite part is I get to go home after every day, after every game, after every anything. I get to go home, and then I got local fans and then fans that have stuck with me from high school. So it's been a blessing just to stay home and play a sport you love, and then also, hey, to have my family be at every game at home if they wanted to be, and as they are. So yeah, it's definitely a blessing being at home.
Nice. And let's talk a little bit about Coach Poor and something you feel like that you've learned from learned from him. And it doesn't just have to be basketball related, life related, or anything that stands out as to what you've learned.
Brian, he's he done molded me to be truthful. I can't even like pinpoint certain things. I mean, just change the way I look at time, change the way I talk to people, how I conversate with people, just day in, day out. The respect. I mean, I always have respect, but it's like a different. It's just levels of respect and how you go about certain things. So he really did help me with that, just growing up. He got me when I was 18 years old, and now I'm senior year 24. So it didn't really have me through the growing up stages that you have early. So I mean, he's one of those. He's gonna be my right hand guy for a long time. It's gonna be a long time. So I mean, he just I can't even pinpoint. I don't know. He just one of them ones. One of them ones. That's my guy. That's my guy for sure.
Yeah, and what are you majoring in right now?
Communication. So and my emphasis is actually broadcasting. What we're doing right here. So yeah, it's not too far away from me. So I mean, hopefully at the end of my career, I could kind of stay towards it and use it for later down the road. But if not, hey, I got something and I know what's coming towards me if I take on basketball further.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And Anthony, this is some little bit faster questions I'm going to fire off for people to get to know you better. Right, first off, where's your favorite place to eat?
Favorite place to eat? Probably Chipotle right now.
What about the music that you like to listen to?
Rap, G Herbo.
Who are some of your, and it doesn't have to necessarily be sports, your role models?
Ooh, role models. Joshua Cookie Miller, Brian Poor, LeBron James, heck, some of my teammates, of course my mom, of course my dad, and just around people. Those are just the few I can name off the top.
Nice. Yeah, the next question is going to be NBA, but I take it I know who that is now.
Yeah, it's definitely LeBron. So him, Kevin Durant, all the top guys. I like. Really, I've been big on just to play for the Bucks. PJ Tucker. I've been listening to him a lot. Pat Bev. I've been loving his podcast that he's got with another guy that they've been talking on there a lot. Yeah, it's just a couple guys. I kind of chip in and out. I don't really got like a set person. Kind of chip in and out and just take some of their point of views on certain things.
And what is a cool fact about yourself? Maybe something not a lot of people know.
I love going fishing. So anybody down to go fishing, let's do it. I got a boat. Whenever you want to go, I got it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Lastly, Anthony, we'll look at the camera for this one. Are there any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Big shout out to my teammates. Big shout out to the coaching staff, the trainers that y'all never see, but they always keep us healthy and keep us going so we can put on a show for y'all in each and every game. Big shout out to our home fans, and just big shout out West Virginia State for just being an awesome university we got here.
Awesome. Well, Anthony, we thank you for being on, and be sure to continue to check out Anthony. This team has gotten to be, their chemistry is getting better every day. They're so much fun to watch. And their next game will be here at Wheeling, or they play Wheeling Wednesday night. And like I said, this MEC, so it's going to be another tough one. We thank you all for tuning in and watching. I'm Tyler Rowland. God bless you. This is where you meet the athletes.